thank you for coming to Munich. Thank you for this really emotional film. Yeah, it really hit me hard seeing it the second time now on the big screen. How did you, as a team, cope while making the film?
Well, first of all, I have to say that there were already a first documentary about the first wave was only released on TV channels in Belgium. So Christophe was already shooting for 2 months and a half during the first wave. So at the hospital they were super okay about us coming again, without knowing exactly how intense would be the second wave. So then the thing is that in this context we have to be like invisible, like we cannot influence the work of the professional in the hospital. So we are working like only one body, I would say. And yeah, it's quite difficult, and we spent like 2 months and a half just the two of us, because we had this, we were not allowed to see other people outside. So yeah, we were like one person, the ears and the eyes, trying to testify about what was happening. And yes, and trying to be as close as possible of the reality.
And what was it like for you emotionally?
Oh wow, it's always difficult to watch the movie, and so I think that yeah, you can probably imagine how difficult it was during the shooting, because we had the confidence from the professionals working there, and about the patients also. So yes, you can be in really good shape physically, emotionally, and after 1 month you're still okay. After 1 month and a half, mentally it starts to be really difficult. Also because we were, you can see in the eyes of the people that tiredness. This a little kind of a loss of hope sometimes. So yeah, it was emotionally really intense and really difficult. And yeah, at the moment we've been infected with Christophe. So the Karine Thirion, who is one of the chief departments, really asked us to stay at our place like for 10 days, and to be sure that we will be able to come back and respecting the sanitary rules.
It was quite interesting because in the newspaper today I read that the World Health Organization has basically declared that COVID-19 is no longer like a global health emergency. But the numbers I still find staggering. Like, I think, what was it, 6.9 million, more than 6.9 million people have died worldwide. More than 796 million people have been infected. Some of them are still living with long COVID. Yeah, it's just unimaginable in a way. Are there any questions from you or comments?
That was very emotional, yeah. I still cannot understand that there are people who deny COVID. So it's, if you see these pictures, it's unbelievable. Yeah. Still people think this is all made up from some industrial people, yeah, from Bill Gates. It's
yeah, I agree with you, but just to be sure that when Christophe decided to go for the second round, for the second wave in the hospital, because somehow we are dealing with the political aspects when the nurses are talking together, but we do not want to influence opinion of people. I think this movie also has a role of like to remember actually, and so this happened, and we I mean, the entire world knows what is COVID right now, and I think it's because maybe today it's still difficult to watch it, but who knows? In 10 years, maybe we will recognize the importance of this kind of document, because it appears to be a document to testify about what happened during those dark times, and yeah, that was actually somehow this is the main goal of the
I think that's really, really important, that it's a document of the time, and I think it might be too early now for the film, actually, like because I think like people were confronted with the pandemic for like 2.5, 3 years, and now there is sort of respite for a lot of people, not for all people, and basically, if you look outside, if we look in the cinemas, basically everybody thinks it's gone, but it hasn't gone. So yeah. You were a two-man team. Like, what were the difficulties for you as the sound person? Like, I don't often have sound people sitting here, so I'm interested.
Yeah, but the fact that I'm here, just to reply to you shortly, just that because for us, I think it's important to be able to talk with the audience after the screening. So I think that's why Christophe asked me if I would be able to come, because he's super busy on another project right now. Yes, so as a sound as a sound person, it's super difficult. First, because the acoustic of hospital, the machines, the beep beep everywhere, every time. The masks also was a kind of difficult, and yes, and the lights for the shadow of the microphone on so sometimes, voilà, it was really, really difficult, and I have to admit that we had to do some post synchronization, because sometimes there was a lot of intensity at some moment. For example, during the transfer sequence, it's really an amount of noises, and it's super difficult. So we had to go again, and I had to ask two people to redo a text, because during the shooting, it was sometimes you cannot understand what they were saying. So yeah, we had to do it. That's why, because we were there for 2 months 2 months and a half at the end of 2020, and the premiere of the movie was only like 1 month ago. So that was a part of the thing. Yeah.
And where was the premiere?
So the premiere was in Brussels, in Cinema Gallery, and yeah, there were not so many people, but as I was saying, the people who were there really appreciate that this movie exists, and yeah.
You don't notice that the sound has been redone partly in the post, so you're just there as the audience, I think.
Yeah. And actually the post production team made a really good job. And yes, we knew that would have been a super difficult shooting for several reasons. The context, the place. So yeah, but it was more important to do it, and okay, let's go, we do it. And
have the protagonists, like the workers in the hospital, seen the film? And if so, what was their reaction?
Some of them, yes. So Christelle Meurice, who is the nurse who was interviewed by the TV at the moment, she was at the premiere, and she was on stage after the screening to reply to the questions. But yeah, for example, Patricia Modanese, who takes care of Monsieur Marie, who died of COVID during the shooting, she didn't want to. She didn't want to because, yeah, it's maybe too early. And Karine Therion was also in the movie. It's the same. Maybe it's too early. Maybe we have to let some time pass, and we'll see later.
There is one sentence in the film that I really loved. People must understand the need for solidarity. Yeah, so for me, it was like perfect.
Yeah, because you know, the thing is that during this period, we were, I mean, outside, we were not sure about what was happening. I mean, and even me personally, during the first wave, I was a bit, whoa, what's happening? And so to be part of this shooting was a way to see it with my own eyes. And yes, we need solidarity between people, and I think that also for those professionals who decide to be a nurse, they were not expecting to live this kind of thing. And so I think the solidarity is also to consider that those people are doing their work I mean, in the best way. And also because during the first wave, I don't know in Germany, but in Belgium, Italy, at 8 p.m., people were going on the balcony and they were clapping to support the workers in the hospitals. Nothing like this happened during the second wave. So there was a loss of solidarity somehow in this way, and it was even worse than the first wave. So I think that maybe when the times are more difficult, this is where we need more solidarity. We don't have to stay in. I mean, we had to stay at home at this moment, but you understand what I mean. It's we have to stay strong and to stay together, to be confident to each other.
Do you have any more comments or questions?
Just a question concerning the technique. How did you use microphones for every doctor or medical employee, or how does that work? How do you
I would have loved to have enough of microphones to to use on the different characters, but technically I had some limit. So to explain you that in the morning, so we were arriving around 6:30 in the morning, and so depending on the schedule, okay. So I'm gonna fix the microphone on this person, and this person would keep it for the whole day, and that's it. That's why sometimes you see a mic stand somewhere, because you know the situation was a bit difficult, and so we had to improve fastly and to improvise. To improvise fastly, and but that's how we did mostly. Yeah.
Thank you very much. If there aren't any more questions, Nicolas, thank you very much for the film.
Thank you for the invitation.
I hope there is a bigger audience the next time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, don't feel sorry. Don't feel sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
I have to say the film is nominated for the Kino Audience Award, supported by BR and Dreisat. If you like the film, please put your ticket or like a card into the box. I think it might be out the person standing outside. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.